Okay, this video is going to be a demonstration of some additional functions that are available, basic programming functions that are available in RSLogix 500. This is in addition to just basic examine on, examine off, parallel branches. This should be viewed right after that video. I have a simple program that's loaded in the software here. I want to explain that there are some data tables, data files that we can have access to on the left hand side. If I were to double click on the line for input, I would have the input data file, and this will give me the status of all the bits in the input image table. If I have a timer that I want to monitor, I can click on the timer data table, and in this case I only have the default starting address of T40, but if I added additional timers they would be in there also. When we get to integer numbers, we'll have a data table that's populated with N7 numbers, and floating point will have a data table that's populated with F8. One additional option that's available to us is to have additional subroutine files. If I want to do that, I go up here to Program Files and I go to New, and it's going to ask me what program file number I need, and I like to use number 9, so I'm just going to say this is my file, and I could write a description here if I'd like. If I click OK, and you see we now have a ladder file that's labeled my file, and right now the only tab that I'm indicating is by default file 2. Since I've created a new file, I can double click on that, and now we see that ladder 9, my file, opens up, and we have a tab down here that indicates my file. So here's the file 2, the root file, and here's the subroutine my file, where I can put in all sorts of program instructions, all sorts of ladder logic, whatever I decide on having. So that's just a few other bits of information that's available to us, some basic rudimentary items. As you will learn, I will need to have a jump instruction in order to go from file 2 to file 9, but that's for later on in the class. So this concludes this portion of just basic information, data table, data files, and program files.